you guys show me attention. Now, show me. Student tenets begin. Honor, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, courage, community. Back name. Community. All right, so to start out, we're gonna do a couple warm-ups. First one, guys, my timer set here for 45 seconds. Oh, my train of thought just disappeared. Oh, that's right, jumping jills. Or X outs, actually. So we're gonna do jumping jacks, but instead of doing just regular jumping jacks, we're gonna do what's called X outs. So our feet cross, our arms cross, our feet go out, our arms go out. Then we switch. Okay, just like that. For 45 seconds. Ready? Get set. Go. I said I changed my mind. We're going to do 1 minute. Okay, go. All right, so in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep it up. Keep it up. 43 seconds left. Keep it up. Come on, Miss Holiday. You can do it. They're just jumping jacks, just a little different. Yeah, 30 seconds. $20 seconds. All right, full extension. Come on, almost done. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, next one, guys. Next one. So from here, this is a different variation on a sit-up. Some people call these V-ups. How it works is you're going to lay flat, everything's out, and then you're going to pull everything up, touch your ankles, go back down. Up, ankles, down. Just like that, okay? The important part is you don't want to do this. You don't want to leave your back on the ground because that's not doing anything for you. You want to pull everything up and kind of balance on your tailbone for a moment and then go back down. Okay? Make sense? Cool, all right. Ready? Go. Come on, Miss Holiday, lay flat and then touch your ankles. It's very simple, come on. There you go, you wanna try to pull your upper body off the ground as well. And then go back down. 30 seconds. Hi, Deline. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, time. Okay. One more set. Okay, from this one, it's gonna be a different variation of a push-up. So from here, this is, I'm going to give you 2 options. Option 1 and option 2. Option 1. When you go down for your push-up, I want you to go down to one arm, back up, and then to the other. So think about touching your chin to your hand on either side. So it'll look like this. Go down this way, come up, then go this way. And you kind of make a triangle motion that way. That's option 1. Option 2, diamond push-up. So putting our hands together in the middle and then going this way. Okay, touching it kind of to the middle of your chest. All right. For 1 minute. All right, ready? Go. All right, so yeah, there's 2 different options. Go into one side and then the other, or diamonds. Either one is fine. 35 seconds. $20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right. Good work, good work. Let's go ahead and let's get into our stretches. Oh, arms forward. Backwards. Coming across. Up and down. And now from here, we're going to take our hips side to side. And I really want you to kind of push. As we're going to be doing some kicks today, and it really does something funky on your hips if we don't loosen them up and stretch them well. And circles. Other way, other direction.
Which is a normal reaction. If you're paying attention. So you go ahead.
All right, now from here, we're just going to kind of twist and reach. All right. Knee circles. Other direction.
Square foot. Square. Square. So this is your roll.
Cobra stretch.
Oh.
Now from here, what I want you guys to do is we're going to look over one shoulder. This hold. To the other side. All right, now from here, what I want you guys to do is we're gonna try to stretch out the side of our hip flexors here, kind of the side of our thighs, lower glutes, things in that area. So I want you to take one knee, put it flat like this, and take the other one and swing it behind you. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see, to where your feet kind of make like a Z or like an S shape. Okay, so we want that. And you can keep this leg, this back leg, you can keep it bent, or you can straighten it out. Either one is fine. And then our goal is to make our hips kind of on top, and then leaning forward to put our chest on this leg. So we're gonna be bending this way, or if the leg was straight, you can come up and go this way. Either one is okay. And just lean and hold.
So it's the same thing when you're not trying to get the foot out. Square hand is supposed to be regular stabilization.
The further out this foot is, the more you're going to feel that stretch. We don't want it in because then we're not really going to feel it as much. We want it to be kind of straight. All right, now switch to the other side. Just by kind of just rolling over and go to the other side. All right, now put the feet out. And just kind of reach and touch opposite toes.
So just remember to do it now. I'm going to give you an extra one. That
You can do a few times in the middle.
is if you lose the position, hand, or whatever, then that same one, you're going to squirt out back. And let me tell you what that is, okay? Is that if you try to roll and I do this, and this is a very deep muscle.
Butterfly.
It's out. Very efficient, very strong. And then just open that up. Just go right to that butterfly position. I use this one, I'm using the others. This phone, I'm gonna lose it. Now, once you get it, so different ones. They might be, it's a lot.
All right, stand up. All right, so from here, real quick question for you guys. Do you guys like using twist kicks? Yes or no? All right, well, that means we need to do them more often.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So from here, it's in my personal opinion that every black belt should be proficient in the twist kick. Okay, it's one of those very sneaky techniques to do it correctly. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple different ways to practice them and to do them for a sparring application. Okay, and also there's also twist kick in our form, so there you go. So first thing what I want you guys to do is sit down. I find one of the best ways to teach a twist kick, or any kick really for that matter, is from a sitting down position. Does a couple things for us. One, we can focus on just the foot shape and the direction of the kick, the path it takes, what muscles do I use, that kind of thing. And two, you don't have to worry about balance. don't have to worry about staying on one foot or pivoting or keeping our hands up in guard or any of those things that go along with doing a kick standing up. You can just focus on just the kick itself. So here's how we're gonna do it. Sit like this with both knees up. And then take one or the other, it doesn't really matter, and you're gonna put your ankle on top of the opposite knee. Okay, just like this. That way we get kind of a triangle thing going on right here. From here, you can kind of lift up a little bit if you feel more comfortable that way, but it's not necessary. You can stay sitting down. Flex the toes, strong ankle, and extend the leg out. This is our twist kick, and then you pull it back in. Okay, notice my toes are pointed the same direction as my knee. Okay, which that's the only way they can go. But I want to go this way with my ankle turned out. You want this to be kind of flat. All right, and we go out that way, and we pull it back. So do this about 5 times on each leg, keeping your hands behind you for support, because if you drop one, you fall, and then it just doesn't work out for you. So we want to keep our hands behind us. Out, in, out, in. 5 times each leg. Okay? Biggest thing, foot shape. Keep the ankle turned out this way. We don't want it to go up like this. This is common, very common. If we kick this way, you're gonna hit the top of your foot or your toes are gonna hit funny, and then ouch goes your toes, they go crunch, not good things. Okay, this hits with the ball of the foot. Give it a try. 5 to 10 times each leg.
Come on, Janae, you gotta at least try it.
Nice, Cheyenne, good. Flex that toe, keep the toe flexed, strong ankle. You're gonna have your knee up, Holiday. So put your knees up. There you go, on top of it. Yeah, perfect, right there. Flex the toes, nice, and then extend. That's it, right there. And this is why we did a lot of hip and you know, these kind of muscle stretches today. Okay, keep going. We got 4 more. Yes, you can. That's it. Beautiful.
Well, it still works, but yeah.
All right, make sure you're breathing. Only 5 times each leg. Flex that toe, Miss Lee. Flex it. Flex toe. Strong ankle. Yes. If we have a floppy dead fish foot, then bad things are going to happen to your toes if you ever try to strike with this. And no, the turn is at the hips, guys, not the knee. I turn the hip. All right, almost through. All right, only 5 times each side. All right, once you're finished, stand up. Ms. Holiday, did you do your other foot? Did you? Show me your other foot. It's only 5. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. That's 1. All right, almost through. 2, 3, almost done. 2 more. 4, last Last one, best one. Last one, best one. 5. Oh, see, look at you. Look at that. See, Cheyenne's clapping for you.
Yeah, but I don't ever use that twist kick in sparring. Ever.
Good. So now we have a chance to, because we're going to learn how. All right, so from here, I'm going to get this pad here. You guys can do this in the air, that's perfectly fine. Or if you have someone to hold a target for you, that's cool too. Whatever you got, whatever's clever. All right, so there's a couple different ways that you guys can do this twist kick, but what I want to focus on for today is the number 1 twist kick, because that can be done from kind of any kind of position, really. You can lift up as a front kick and then turn it. You can round kick and then turn it. You can even pretend to do a side kick and then as it's extending out, pull it, and then go that way too. There's a lot of cool things you can do with this, which is why I consider the twist kick to be like a garden snake of techniques. It's just kind of hidden within the grass. You don't know it's there until you accidentally step on it and see it sliver. So the letter C is going to be your best friend for this one, guys. The letter C. Draw it with your knee. Kind of upside down, starting from the bottom and coming up. And notice my foot starts over here but ends up on this side. That's my chamber. That C motion, that momentum is going to help you when you extend. If you just try to lift it and turn, it's going to be very hard on your hips, it's going to be hard on your knee. You don't want that on you. So make it easier on you and use that halfway semicircle kind of motion. So we're going to do this 5 times, front leg, number 1 twist kicks on each leg. Okay? So arms are up, and then I'm going to show you a couple things that'll help you out with the twist kick after we do it the first 5 times. Ready? 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Nice. Switch feet. Let's try the other side real quick. 1. Come on, Holiday. Let me see the twist kick. 2. You can, all right, Miss Lee, try to see, I love the motion of the knee. I love that. Try to see if we can extend the leg out a little. Okay? Doesn't have to be very high. Actually, believe it or not, guys, the higher you try to do a twist kick, the easier it is. Because the higher you go, the less you have to rotate. Because if I go up high, I only have to go about this much. If I go low, I have to turn my knee almost upside down. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, but if you go up high, won't you like hurt your hip if you do that? If you go up high?
No. It actually hurts your hip more to do a twist kick lower. Because it rotates a lot more that way. Okay. It's a weird thing about twist kick. It's a weird animal. Again. 2. 3. There you go. Try to get that leg fully extended. I know that's the hardest part about a twist kick. We get this part, but we don't want to stick it out. We have to get that whipping motion, that snap. This is a snapping kick. All right, and 5. Hey, Cheyenne, I think that was your best one yet. I like that one. I like that one. All right, so from here, guys, tricks of the trade. A couple key details that'll help with your rotation of the twist kick and also the trajectory and just overall, it just kind of helps with the kick. One is your base leg, the one that you're standing on. it has to pivot, but it's not a full pivot. You're not going all the way backwards. So that would be very difficult. If you twisted this foot this way, and then you would have to kick all the way inverted the other direction. Human body's not designed to do that. It's just not. So the pivot for a twist kick is actually sideways. So my foot just goes to about there, maybe a 45 depending on your flexibility. But it doesn't have to be all the way backwards. So that's tip number 1, pivot sideways. You shouldn't have to do much of a pivot at all. If you're in a good back stance, your foot should already be there, so you just lift. You just go. Okay? Tip number 2. Not only do you have to make sure your foot is sideways, but you can do this. You don't have to, but it seems to help. You pull out kind of your inner Michael Jackson. Come up on your toes, just on the base foot. Now, real quick, ask you a question. Why in the world would I want to come up on my toes for a kick? Why shouldn't I have my foot flat and have good base? Any guess? Miss Lee, I think you're thinking about it. No? It's for the same reason that we pivot on a side kick, to open up our hips to get the rotation of it a lot better. Okay, to get better rotation in the kick. So if you come up on your toes, it allows your hips to open up a lot more to where you can rotate the other foot over. So as you come up, we come up on the toes, and that helps open the hips up to where you can rotate it more. Okay? It's weird, but it only lasts for a second. Only lasts for a second. So we get this. You come up on the toes. Now, second thing that helps out a lot. And again, this one does nothing for the kick itself. But most people will do this when they throw a twist kick. Do you know what I'm talking about? Has to do with your head. They tilt it. Why? I don't know. It's one of those things that I saw my previous instructors do, and it helped them out, and they told me to try it, so it helped me. And the more I see it, other martial artists do it, they do it too. Just one of those things that for some odd reason with this particular kick, if you tilt your head as you throw the kick, it tricks your body to thinking it's rotating more and actually ends up that way. Why? I don't know. But it just does. So as you throw it, your head will tilt kind of the same direction as your kick. And for some odd reason, your body rotates over. Okay? Weird, funky thing. But if you can do it well without the head tilts, by all means. By all means. I'm trying to get rid of my head tilt. Because in the past, people I've sparred with have told me, I know when your twist kicks are coming because you tilt your head first. So I'm trying to get rid of mine personally. But if it helps you, do it.
I know how you feel. People have told me that when I've sparred, whenever I do the twist kick, I tilt my head. They hate it when I do that.
It's part of it. So, 1, toes, 2, head tilt. So try to add those in with your twist kick. Do it a couple more times and see if it works out better for you. See if it's a little bit, 1, more comfortable. 2, does it rotate more? What is your end result? Okay, go for it. Try one or the other, or just the one. No, Miss Holiday, give it a try. You can do this. Come on, it's just a twist kick.
Coming up on your back toes, that feels kind of weird on your ankle, actually.
How so? Coming up on your toes should be fine. Now you want to do that as you're lifting your knee. Use that momentum of your knee coming up to lift up on your toes. Miss Lee, make sure that we're not because this is a common thing too with twist kicks. Make sure we're not making it a crescent kick. We don't want it to carry through. We want it to stop and snap. You know, the hardest part is stopping it and making it that snapping motion without carrying all the way through. And that's hard to do without a target in front of you. Usually if you have something to hit, it's easier to stop it. So Ms. Holiday, remember that C motion? You remember this with the knee? If you do that, it's going to put less pressure on your hips, and you won't torque it as much. Because right now you're coming this way and trying to just whip it. We want to try to make that a smooth transition if at all possible.
Trust me, it works. I used to do what you were doing too, but it works. That C motion, it works really well.
Yep.
I like the way that I'm doing it because it goes a lot easier. I don't even have to move my hips at all.
Well, your hips do have to move in order for you to get the proper.
I got it from Mr. Haynes, so he said just
It's
throw
fine.
the
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it would be easier on your hips if you use the C motion. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. For some people, that works. Okay. So from here, challenge. Something that I didn't know was a thing until a few years ago. Have you guys ever tried doing a spinning twist kick? So I discovered this on accident. I was sparring and I think I just changed my mind at the last minute and then I did it and then I was like, whoa, that's cool. Now it is a thing. Spinning twist kicks are a thing. I just didn't know it at the time and not many people do it. So for the spin twist kick, it starts out like any other spin. You're kicking leg behind you. The hardest part though is you have to stop yourself from carrying all the way through. Because this kick does not carry all the way through. It stops. So we get this. Now, how do you stop yourself from spinning? You have any idea how you stop yourself from spinning all the way around? Use your brakes. Your body is a car. You have an accelerator and a brake. When you do any spinning technique, your front arm is your brakes, your back arm is your accelerator. So when you do a spin, you want to pull your accelerator and it causes you to spin faster. If you pull your brakes, it stops you from turning. You can't go. Okay, it's the same kind of philosophy that ice skaters use. When they go up for a spin and they twirl really fast, they pull their arms in. Same idea. I'm pulling my body this way to start my turn. But then my brake has to come in to keep me from stopping. Spin slow, arms out, spin fast, arms in. So by having the arm out, will slow you down or stop you. So that's the idea. So when you do that spin, this is my brake. I'm gonna pull my accelerator to get me going. And then once I get to about here, I'm gonna pull my brake to stop me. Pull it back in, stop. You see me pulling the brake? By pulling that, it'll stop you from turning. And then you can execute the kick and put it down in the front, like a spinning side kick would land in the front. Okay? This is one of those sneakier techniques that you can use. Okay, give it a try. Come on, Miss Holiday, give it a try. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just try it out.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go, Miss Lee. That's it. Pull the accelerator and then pull the brake. There you go. I like it. Come on, you need to try it at least once. Come on, please. Yes, you can.
If I spin too fast, I might either lean that way or that way if I spin too fast.
Don't spin too fast. Try it nice and slow. And then twist kick. Yeah, that's it. Give me another good one. Nice and smooth. You can do this.
The second time, I'm going to try to see if I can pull my toes back, because the first time, my foot was kind of flat, and my toes weren't pulled back the first time.
There's another little trick on keeping your toes flexed that I'll show you. Something I got from Mr. Black back in the day, and it's helped me out. That's better. So real quick, let me show you something that, because when I first did twist kicks, guys, my foot would end up like this, and it wouldn't rotate all the way over at first. And a lot of times this is what we get because we're not used to turning the ankles out. Let me show you something. Oops. Okay, tilt this down so you can see my feet. So when you do it, what I want you to think about is taking something, don't physically take something, but I'm kind of demonstrating here, taking something and lifting your toe, lifting your foot up on the side like this to where it would fit on the side, okay? I want you to imagine holding your foot in that position, lifting the side of your foot up off the ground. Now hold your foot in that position as you do the kick. It rotates over for you, and it helps with that foot shape. Okay, the ankle being flexed like that will help it stay this way instead of it rolling this way and ending up funky. Okay. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, just making sure because nobody was saying anything.
Yeah, that made a huge difference. I think I'm going to definitely try that a few times.
So even something I did is I took like a book or something, and I kind of put my foot on the edge of it to kind of force my side of my foot up to get used to that motion, to kind of get my foot that way. I mean, do whatever works for you guys, as long as the end result is correct. How you get there doesn't really matter. You know, practice and do whatever methods work best for you. Because I know there are some things that I do that you guys might not particularly like. There's some things that you guys do that I'm not fond of, and that's okay. It's all part of the learning process. We're all different people. Okay? So from there, we only have 5 minutes left. Spent too much time on twist kicks again. That's all right. It's all right.
You'll get it right for the 30 class. Don't worry.
I promise. Who knows?
No promises.
I guess. All right. So from here, guys, any questions? Now, do you like twist kicks better now? Good. That's the whole goal. It's the whole goal. Taking something that you don't like and making it something that you like.
I will definitely use that for my testing in August.
Good. Speaking of announcements, on July 4th, we will be closed to observe the holiday. Not entirely sure we'll have one at this point, but you know, anything can happen. So on the 25th of July, we'll have our in-school tournament here at the Academy. And that very same night is also the Parents' Night Out Back to School Bash. Instructor Boot Camp is on August 1st. Board Breaking Clinic is on August 8th. And then testing will be on August 22nd. So not a lot going on. Not a lot going on as far as events. It's very short and sweet, things of that nature. Any questions, comments, concerns?
How long is the wall sit today?
Where is it? There it is. See, today's the 26th. Day 26. Ooh. You really want to know? 4 minutes and 18 seconds. We only have 3 minutes left, so I mean, if you want, we can do it, or we can do it next week. It's fine.
We can do it next week.
That's what I thought. All right, you guys, that's all I've got for you. So, without further ado, I'll see you all next time on the mat. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.